Hi, I'm England guy that come from the 1700s, I think, and I deserve a charter to colonize the world. Now you're probably thinking, why should we go to the Well, there's 4 reasons why we should do that. Number 1, England, you got a bit of a problem. There's too many poor people, and said poor people committing small crimes and going to jail for it, and then getting executed because there's too many prisoners for the prison to hold. So how about instead of executing your Michael Jacksons with a firing squad because he danced with a bunny rabbit on a no Michael Jackson road because he's poor and needs food for his kids, put him on a boat and ship him off to the New World, where there's plenty of farmland so he can provide for his kids. Another reason for why we should go to the New World is that the natives there are not Christian. So we can fix that by spreading our religion to them before the Spanish do. And maybe one day they will also be watching Jesus Christ Superstar on infinite loop. Number 3. Instead of dealing with Spain to get our goods, we can trade the natives a bowl or something and they will give us their goods, like animal fur, which means you and your subjects will get money. Now, whoever this is meant to be sent to, you're probably thinking like, AC, you dumb piece of poo. We know this already. We tried it, and it failed. Miserably. Well, the thing is, the reason it failed is that you did it wrong. You tried to add fractions that don't have a common denominator right across, and all the map people already know that that's not how you do it. You're not doing it right. You see, one of the problems with the Roanoke colony is that you arrived a little too late to farm, and you didn't bring enough supplies. Also problem was poor leadership, because a good leader wouldn't have had to leave for 3 years to pick up supplies. And while he was gone, you see Thanos, he showed up, and then he snapped the colony out of existence. And then Samuel L. Jackson, who was totally there, he carved Croatoan into the wall before he turned to dust. Because, Captain Marvel was secretly part of the Croatan tribe. Also, bad timing. It strikes again. Because when John White came to England for supplies, you went to war with Spain, making them take 3 years to return. So even if they didn't get abducted by aliens, they probably would have starved to death. And with Jamestown, you only really had one problem. But that one problem has several sub-problems. Because what they did wrong is that they didn't think their plan through at all. Like, number 1, everybody was so busy searching for gold that nobody stopped to think about who will provide the food. Not only that, but once everyone was focused on gold, they didn't really bring any woman, so no one was there to do the things women would normally do in this era, like clean, make clothes, and prepare dinner. Remember that weekend that you probably all had when your mom went away for a little while, and when she returned, you and your dad burned the house down trying to make peanut butter and jelly sandwiches? Or was that just me? Anyway, it would be just like that. And another problem, since they were also a bit too worried about attacks from Spain, so they picked a place that would be difficult for Spain to get to, which would make sense, except they didn't take into account if the natives weren't friendly. And they were also surrounded by natives, and most of the people they brought were gentlemen that didn't even know how to operate a gun or do any real labor. And even if someone decided to farm, they couldn't because they settled in a swamp, which means there's no fresh water or farmland, and tons of mosquitoes that carry diseases, and ironically, there wasn't even any gold. So what would I do to fix these problems? Well, one thing I would do is that I would pack the ship with double the amount of needed supplies in case of emergency. But not just bring the gentlemen, but also a chunk of people that can fight, and some farmers, and maybe a fisherman, and a whole bunch of women and children. We would also choose a spot with fresh water and farmland, near the forest, but not too close to the forest, just in case the natives are mean to us. We would also try our best to befriend the natives, but be ready for battle just in case they decide to be a piece of poo. I didn't write an ending to this video, So I'm just gonna end it. So that's it. Bye.